Hello, beautiful soul. Scorpio, last but not least, you are left. So I am going to pull out your runes. Let's see what we got. Then a little fishtail thing. All right. If you're new, my name is Amber. Thank you for being here. If you're returning, thank you for lending your energy to the channel. It always helps. And if you find something here that you can use for the mid-month, hit that like button so I know. If you find something here that you can share with someone who needs healing, feel free to do so. If you want to hear more from me, hit that subscribe button because I want to hear more from you. So comment so I know how this plays out in your life, okay? So Scorpio, while I'm pulling out these cards for you, I'm going to focus on these runes for a second. Okay, Scorpio, you're definitely clearing out some contracts, okay? There's some things or maybe some energy that you got to deal with, that you got to resolve. Yeah, there's some energy that you got to resolve. Or deal with. It could be anything, really. It could be a relationship. It could be bills. It could be a job. It just feels like you have some energy that you need to finish up. Okay. So, you've expanded your mind. You've expanded your life. Things have changed. I feel like you've gotten out there enough to like express or be you. Living your truth, finding your truth, being in that truth. And it may feel like because you've made these changes or done these different things in your life that other people may not accept it, or it may feel like you're making these changes and nobody's on your side or something of that nature. Kind of feeling a little lonely, but be thankful for where you've come from and how you've grown and what you know now. Don't get so stuck in the feeling of not being enough, but just feeling like there should be more. Be gracious for what you do have right now. It's like getting yourself back grounded to what you do have and being thankful for that, kind of, you know? Yeah, Scorpio, it's time for you to expand now. There's no need for you to stay where you were. I'm gonna just leave it up. Yeah, there's no need for you to stay where you were. Like, it's time for you to expand. It's time for you to want more. It's time for you to look towards your future and be okay with that future, you know? I feel like there has been some trouble with you moving forward or being on the path or doing the things that you want to do. And that happens from time to time. But you have to, you almost have to nurture your own drive. Sometimes the world isn't going to nurture it for you. You know, sometimes the world doesn't have your back, or maybe your friends or your situation doesn't have your back, but you have to nurture your dreams and your desires and your wants and what you want to accomplish or have in your life. You have to be your own advocate, I guess. So I feel like it's interesting because you know you want to move forward, and you know you want these new things. You know you want a certain type of lifestyle, and you're trying to like have control over that, or be in the controlling seat, because that's what I'm feeling from the Emperor, is just like being in that position, you know, because you want to make sure that things are going to turn out right. You want to make sure you're going to get the accolades. You want to make sure everyone is safe. I'm getting everyone is safe from this, which is interesting. What's interesting here is, with the overall energy, is you have this high idea, this grandiose idea of how things are going to be, and it's kind of time to narrow it down, right? Because you have to start working on things seriously, like working on what's happening here, okay? On this plane, not what you want to happen or not how it should turn out, but what's actually happening. So it's like paying attention to what's in front of you. Paying attention to what's in front of you and not letting your mind take advantage of you. And also, if you're stuck around someone and they're just being negative and you can't really get out of it, don't try to react to them all the time. Okay, just kind of let it flow. Okay. So I feel like even though you've been trying to be careful not to push anybody, Scorpio, okay, to do what you want them to do. It's okay to be an advocate for yourself and what you believe. But by pushing someone or pushing something to happen, I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. You're going to have problems, okay? Because they're not understanding. There's something that needs to be learned here by the other person. And by telling them, well, it's just the right thing to do, or this is what would be best, is not very helpful, okay? And I don't know, just be really careful of trying to push someone and make them see your way. This feels like a group learning effort, learning how to understand each other, or learning how to communicate with each other and things like that. But I feel like this is more of a group effort and not about you trying to sit at the top, if that makes any sense, okay? I know you're worried about everybody being happy, but it seems to me it's less about moving things forward and more about maintaining right now. So maintaining what is happening and tweaking the situation now to keep a sort of balance, or to keep things healthy, okay? So if you have a significant other in the home with you, it's time for you to focus on making that person feel special, making them feel heard, or allowing them to feel special. This is very interesting. So for some of you, you need to show gratitude for someone that doesn't see you showing gratitude. I feel like you're trying to, in your way, but it's not coming off that way. It's coming off as you trying to make things happen and things like that. So slow it down a little bit. I don't feel like they can see what you're trying to do. Okay. It may feel like your partner or whoever it is that you're trying to get their attention is kind of being within themselves and they're not really coming out. But it's because they're trying to figure things out. You know, you're kind of abrasive in a way where you're trying to get them to come out, or you're trying to say something. Not abrasive, but to them it feels abrasive. It's like, I just want the straightforward. I want to know what's going on so we can fix it. But there's nothing being learned. They're not learning anything from you doing that. It's just like, say what it is, we can deal with it and move on. But it's more, they're a different type of learner than you are. So it's not meshing well together. Yeah, you're definitely tired of being worried about whatever this is. And you don't want whoever this is to not feel nurtured or cared about. So basically the way that you're doing things is not good for this person or maybe this job. There's some sort of sacrifice that needs to be made on your part, because the way to see it is you feel like you're doing the right thing moving forward, or saying the right things, or making things happen, and they are not feeling that same way. So it's time for you to slow down and show care and invest in what it is that you do have right now. And not, I mean, it's okay to go towards the bigger picture, but it's like you need to maintain what is happening right now. Yeah, it's really time to focus on what's happening now, because that's really what's blocking things from moving forward, or maybe intimacy or something of that nature. So take control in a different way. Take control by allowing someone else to be the center right now. Not that you're trying to be the center of attention, but, you know, let them play a more pivotal role. Okay. Yeah, you're ready to do something spontaneous, maybe when it comes to love. Okay. For some of you, you're just ready to do something more spontaneous that's going to open up your life, period, or your options for love. And you're thinking about taking control. But see, you're still trying to keep control over the situation instead of letting things go. By keeping control, that's the only way you know that you can have success. Very interesting, Scorpio. Yeah, things aren't moving, so that lets you know that there needs to be change, or things aren't changing. So it's time for you to stop trying to carry all of the burden and actually fix the fact that what's happening you think should work, but it's actually not working, okay? Yeah, communication is going to get worse. You'll see. Okay. And it feels like the quality is diminishing because of that. Okay. And it's only because I feel like the other person doesn't feel completely respected or something right now. It's very interesting. They know you care about them, but it just feels overbearing. And it's because you're trying to make things better. Yeah, you're ready to just stop. You don't want to fight. You just want to be happy. It may be even a shock to you that they feel like things aren't right. That may even be a shock to you, Scorpio. It's important for you to change your perspective, though, by the end. And just kind of sit in what it is you do have and be grateful, okay? Don't get distracted by what you are trying to accomplish. And by having a specific goal in mind, it's like you just need to be in this area and be happy in what it is that you do have and build that particular section of your life. I don't know how else to explain it. For some of you, it is a relationship, but you need to get down to the basics instead of trying to move things forward or grow something or change. And this could even be in the career. You know, you need to get the basics down first right now instead of trying to grow. I felt like that was all over the place, but we'll see. I gotta take a nap and then I'm gonna do my personal readings. I got a headache right now. It just came. Okay, Scorpio. So I don't know if it's a new life that you're trying to start or a new beginning, but you're trying to get out of trouble into clear water. That's what I'm getting, right? So it could be that someone is ignoring you or they're not taking that much time to like find out what's the matter, or someone is just being very distant with you and you don't like that. They're spending time by themselves and you're supposed to be together. You're supposed to work things out, right? This is one of those things where maybe it's not an actual sign. I just feel like instead of trying to put together a goal of what you should try to make happen or do in this situation, you kind of just need to be in the situation for what it is right now. You know, this is perfect because to me, it talks about taking charge by trying to fix what's going on at ground level right now. So declutter, not so much as, because the way they're making me feel is like, don't push things to move forward. It's time to sit down and get in the gritty of things. And I know it's so interesting because you don't like this. I feel like I need to keep saying it because you don't like it. You don't like digging into things because it feels like to you, from what I feel, it feels like to you like, why do we keep talking about this instead of solving it or resolving it and moving on? But I think that either your partner or your boss or whoever this is needs that. They need that kind of connection or talk about how they're feeling and what's going on. They need that. Yeah, someone may say they need time apart or they need to rest or they just need to get back to themselves, or this could just be you needing to do that. Because, you know, you feel the disconnection. And that's what makes you want to jump on things and get a head start of what's going on, like to take control of it. But yeah, it's just time to get down to the brass tacks. It's just not a time for you to try to make things work right now. It's very interesting. It's like they're just saying to me, everything isn't a sign for you to make something happen. Like, everything isn't an open door. It's like you have to let things come in, but you have to get down to the bottom, like the brass tacks, like the deep down issue, and actually deal with that part instead of trying to move like past it. That's really, really gonna help you out, Scorpio, because it keeps coming up to me. All right, I'm picking paint off my nails. All right, so thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, Scorpio. If you need a private reading, links in the description box below, or you can go to this website here, and I will see you probably in a week or so. I love you. Bye-bye.